Hello, Nanny Sharon here. How's everybody doing? Um, I have researched hundreds of videos on whether you should have a channel, whether you should try a channel. I think it's worth trying a channel. Also, they say you should talk to the camera like it's a person you know. So I'm talking to you like someone I know, even though I don't know you. So I'm Nanny Sharon, 16 years old. I volunteered for a local humane society and got bit by a bug. That all things furry I would love for the rest of my life. But who would know? The time would go by so quickly. So from 21, I went to International School of Animal Arts in Manhattan, and I took a veterinarian's assistant course and a dog grooming course and became a pet care professional and specialist. So over 40 years I did that, and then over time the physical wear and tear of the grooming business wore on my soul and on my back. It was the best job ever, but the pet sitting was so much different. In pet grooming, you see a dog for 15 minutes on your table. You never get to bond with them. You never get to know their personalities. You never really get to know. You know a little, but for an hour to 2 hours you get to spend with them, you don't learn how they are, and you don't learn about behavior and how interesting they are. So when I started my pet nanny business, I was like, this was my niche. I wish I had done it at 20, but I didn't do it at 20. I did it older. At any rate, as time went on, I have noticed many things in and out of $1 million homes, people in campers, and I even have a few friends that didn't have a home. So everybody had one thing in common. The funny thing was, the people without the homes seemed to love their dogs and give more time and understood how to bond with the dog better than the people that I knew that were financially very stable. An odd thing, but not something I wanted to cover. So I'm here today to talk about bonding with your pet. And bonding means from the day you get it, whether it's a puppy or whether it's a mixed dog, there's certain things that you can do right away. Some people call it training. I'm not going to call it training because I don't want to be your trainer. I want to be a behavior modification or modifier, or teaching you dog language. I am the language specialist with dogs. I can read body language, and I can read what they want and what they need, and I just know it. It's in my bones now. So one of the first things you can do as a puppy when you feed them every morning, this is a tip right away. Pro tip. When you go to feed them in the morning, they're kibbled or whatever you decide to feed them out of your hand. Just hold your hand out, let them gently eat out of your hand. Then after they're done, put their bowl down and let them know from the beginning who feeds them. Really important. That's part of bonding. Another thing is, if you put a dog in a room in a locked cage overnight while they cry, when you go to bed and sleep comfortable in your bed, it's not right. And it doesn't help oxytocin. Actually, it's a slow death for the dog's spirit. Now, when you go forward in my videos, you're going to see when I talk about words like energy, I'm going to talk about spirit, I'm going to talk about soul. I'm going to talk about how is it that you walk in a room and the dog gravitates to one person but walks in as fearful of everyone else, other people. This is not happenstance. This is energy, and they read it. They read you like I read them. So few people can do this because you have to spend so many years and years and years studying them, but I have. So I want to give you my knowledge, and if you want to join this journey with me, like and subscribe. And your first lesson was feed from your hand, then put the bowl down, and never make them sleep alone. I don't care what kind of bed. I don't care if it's a Tempur-Pedic, a $7,000 bed. If they want to come in the room and spend the night with on a bed next to you, you put a little bed next to your bed. You can let them sleep at the side of your bed. This is a bonding. Scientific studies have been done on the difference between dogs being left in a cage overnight and coming into your room and staying at your side. That's bonding. So when I'm teaching at first with you, it's going to be bonding. Then I'm going to teach you at least 5 major behavioral manners, tips that I want you to have from day one that every dog should know. And if he doesn't have it, you need to learn it, and it has to do with life and death. I live here in Florida, and I've never seen so many loose dogs every single day running the streets. And everybody's just like, keep an eye out. Fido's running down the street if you see him. There's something called air tags. An air tag is a little tag you can put on your dog with a GPS, put it right to your phone. If you didn't order one of these for Christmas, you need to order one right now. And this device will show you in a GPS tracker right to where your pet is. It will find him. So you don't lose dogs. You just don't know what's out there. And if they do get away from you, find them. They shouldn't be lost. I had 5 Labradors from the day they were born to the day they died. They never ran away. I never lost them. I'd open the door, they were off the leash trained. So also as a puppy, right from the get-go, take them out every hour. And yes, it requires time. Usually 2 people in the house. If 2 people are working, then you get a nanny. You get a pet nanny. That's what I do. I'm a pet nanny. Or a dog walker. And you get them to come in. Not every hour, but you get them to come in at a certain interval and walk them. So to bond to a puppy, you really have to teach them the in and outs. And the first 2 biggest things, as I just said, was the feeding and then the sleeping. So we're going to stop there and join me on my journey. I have put 15 videos out. You could look at them. They're actual dogs that I work with and work for. So if you want to find out more, you're welcome to join me. And I would be love to have you. So have a great day and a great holiday. And Nanny Sharon checking out. Bye.